Jeremiah Masoli, only his third start as a CFL quarterback, brings his team to the field.
Damaso Munoz, a monster in the middle, and Abdul Kane, a game changer at corner.
Masoli stands in, and it is caught by Bakari Grant, and a first down.
Masoli looking comfortable out of the gate here with a big second down conversion there to Bakari Grant.
27-year-old former Oregon Duck, also played at Ole Miss. Masoli goes one way, now the other. He can do this, and still on his feet. And Jeremiah Masoli close to a first down. That is what he can do. He is a dual threat quarterback. He showed those flashes in college.
He certainly did. Just a look at Jeremiah Masoli a week ago against the Toronto Argonauts in that East Division semifinal. Not a ton of yards through the air, but he did use his feet to extend plays and did throw that big 40-yard strike to Bakari Grant.
And a yard to go, and they'll get their first down. Last time that Jeremiah Masoli played in a big football game like this, like last week, but certainly with title hopes on the line. Back a few years ago, he was the MVP of the Holiday Bowl. Then the last significant game he played in college in 2010 in the Rose Bowl against Ohio State.
Yeah, so Jeremiah Masoli has some pedigree in terms of big game productive player.
Luke Tasker's normally been their second down guy. Masoli now the option. Takes off, and Jeremiah Masoli gives it off now to C.J. Gable, and Masoli has a first down with Gable's help when they play the option to perfection as Masoli pitches it out about 10 yards downfield, and the Cats continue to drive the football.
And what you're seeing here is an indication of how the Hamilton Tiger Cats have restructured their offense with Jeremiah Masoli under center. The option wasn't the kind of thing we saw early on, but now got to play to Masoli's strengths rather than the strengths of Zach Collaros or Jeff Matthews. A great job there by Gable of maintaining the option relationship downfield.
Masoli swinging it out far side for Grant. Wrapped up, brought down on that far side by Brandon Thompson. So it's going to be second down once again, and Jeremiah Masoli already showing what he can do with his feet.
Yeah, and again, a lot of credit to Kent Austin and, of course, offensive coordinator Tommy Condell. He's done a nice job making adjustments in the things that the Tiger Cats do. Your job as a coach is to put your players in the best possible position to succeed. They're doing that with the play calling.
Masoli in trouble now, swings it out and caught, and Luke Tasker has another first down as Masoli faced some heat there, but now it will be first and goal for the Hamilton Tiger Cats, and it's Mr. Second Down himself, the son of Steve Tasker, Luke Tasker, with a clutch catch again.
Well, love the patience and the toughness here by Jeremiah Masoli. He knows he's going to take a shot, but if he can wait just that extra split second, that window will open up to Tasker, and it did.
Masoli wants to go again. There's the option once more. C.J. Gable cutting back inside the 5-yard line. So it will be second down and goal now for the Cats. And they've been chewing up the clock already. Almost 5 minutes gone, and they've had the football the entire time.
Well, the Hamilton Tiger Cats are so fortunate to have C.J. Gable back in this lineup as well. Such a good fit, as you're seeing with Jeremiah Masoli. This is a guy who averaged over 6 yards a carry during the regular season and limited action due to injury.
Masoli himself. Masoli stopped at the 2-yard line. Jeremiah Masoli looks like an NBA point guard out there, wanting to dish it off at times, and that time he decided to take it up the gut and now looks to the sideline where it's going to be third down. They're going to take the points here. They're going to bring Justin Medlock out, and 6:14 to go. Jeremiah Masoli, only his third CFL start, first ever start in an Eastern final. Good first drive. His team down though 7-3. First Battle of Alberta. Ottawa right now, Battle of Ontario. 7-3 REDBLACKS. Masoli. C.J. Gable's got room and a couple blocks up near the 50-yard line. Big play. Like 15 or 16 yards for C.J. Gable on the screen pass, the dump pass from Masoli.
Well, the Tiger Cats do a nice job timing things up, getting the big boys out in front. You see Landon Rice, Tim O'Neill, trying to pave the path here.
27-year-old Jeremiah Masoli getting ready to roll here. Let's go down to the sideline and join Matthew Shinetti.
Guys, in 2013, Jeremiah Masoli and Henry Burris were roommates with the Ticats, and on those road trips, there were lots of conversations between Burris and his younger understudy. And Henry Burris told Jeremiah Masoli, Jeremiah, push all the personal life stuff out of the way. Preparation and leadership on and off the field are key to being a starting quarterback in the CFL. Masoli told me this week that those conversations were so key, especially now that Masoli, as we mentioned last week, worked his way from the practice squad of the Ticats all the way to the starting quarterback position. And when I asked how he feels measuring his composure up against Burris, Masoli said, I wouldn't have it any other way. Guys.
Well, isn't this a great story, Matthew? Thank you so much. Understudy, the veteran. Guys who were roommates at one time. Masoli play action now. Now a little juke and a shake out there. And Masoli using the feet once again. And making the catch in his first CFL game. Kealoha Polaris.
Games why they weren't just happy to be in the playoffs and they wanted to buy so badly. Look at the cost of playing last week for the Hamilton Tiger Cats. They lose a 1,000-yard receiver and a game breaker in Terrell Sinkfield on offense and a real difference maker on defense in Eric Norwood.
Second down. Out of the backfield again is Gable. Gable now, first down and more, and C.J. Gable up near the 52-yard line. And you are so right about that game last week and the fact they lost Norwood and Sinkfield. They gain a lot Polaris, who also played in the National Football League with Carolina. But this guy is going to be a huge key today, C.J. Gable.
Yeah, no question about that. C.J. Gable is your triple threat running back. Obviously very good on the ground. A terrific receiver, a guy who's had 100-yard receiving games, but an outstanding blocker.
Masoli pitching it out far side. Andy Fantuz has the catch.
Yeah, well, and I think Jeremiah Masoli, as you see his offensive coordinator, Tommy Condell, is playing to his strengths. You credit the game plan for that, putting him in a position to do what he's comfortable doing, getting on the move. You saw the option plays used a lot on their opening series. He doesn't mind scrambling around a little bit, working off script, if you will. But I think his coaching staff is comfortable with him doing that.
It was second and short, so they'll move the sticks now into Ottawa territory, coming down to the 2-minute mark, and what has been a very entertaining first half, highly offensive already. And look at this, Luke Tasker's thrown to Andy Fantuz. You're kidding me. A gadget from the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Did not see that one coming. Luke Tasker plays quarterback as Masoli pitches it out.
But look at the protection in front of him, the receivers as well as the O-line do a great job blocking it up to give Tasker time to get his eyes downfield and make a good decision here. Perfectly placed throw, great extension by Fantuz to set him up deep in Red Blacks territory.
Ken Austin out of his bag of tricks. Masoli stands in, goal line, Fantuz is going to be stopped there. No touchdown signal, but Andy Fantuz, 3 huge catches on this drive, and people are going to be talking about that pass from Luke Tasker for a while.
Again, the Hamilton Tiger Cats come into this ball game in a position where people may see them as a little bit challenged.
Penalty flag just flew, touchdown, but let's see what it is. First penalty of the ball game as Masoli kept and went in for the touchdown.
Offside.
And it is going to be a touchdown.
Penalties decline. Zone play is a touchdown.
The Hamilton Tiger Cats punch right back. Huge plays. Kent Austin, some razzle-dazzle that leads to that touchdown.
Yeah, the biggest play, of course, that slot back option pass. You see the plunge there by Masoli. But Hamilton comes into the game in a situation where playing it strictly by the book, they may not be able to match Ottawa offensively. That's understood. You've got Jeremiah Masoli making just his 3rd career start. So you need to get creative, create some opportunities. They did just that, executed it perfectly. Big play, Tasker to Fantuz to set up that touchdown.
Again, Masoli showing some confidence so far and some savvy in that pocket. They picked apart the Red Blacks on that drive and have certainly silenced this stadium in this first quarter as the Ticats move in front 10-7.
As far as that incident, I think both those guys have moved on to that with much bigger things on their respective plates right now.
Bobbled snap. There's a guy, I don't think anything can knock him out of a ball game. All this stuff that he's had to go through the last couple of years, trying to find a job, getting a chance to play, all the adversity he has conquered will not keep him out of this. Little reverse to Speedy B. Brandon Banks hit hard up near the 42-yard line, but it's close to a first down once again.
They maybe become predictable at times in terms of the fact that when Banks was on the field, he was going to get the football.
Coming to Canada and working with Henry Burris and Hamilton has helped him out a lot. Wouldn't that be something if he could lead his team to the Grey Cup game? Masoli now scrambling again, goes over the top. What a catch! Clutch grab, and Andy Fantuz is drilled, but he has the first down. What a play by Masoli to dish it off to Fantuz up near the Ottawa 49.
Well, I love the little move right here by Masoli, just to retreat a little bit, but keeping the eyes downfield to buy himself more time, recognizing if he can just get a couple more seconds, he'll find somebody. He's right on the money for Fantuz.
There it is, the option once more. C.J. Gable.
Call that play from the line.
Masoli settles in the pocket again. Tight coverage far side, and Tasker makes the catch.
Trudeau was in a great position to knock it down, but because of what Tasker did, he was able to come back and make that catch, protect the ball.
Again, another precise pass. Masoli to Tasker right at the first down marker. And they will move the chains.
Season in the playoffs.
Hamilton's going to have to be quick here. Play clock's coming down to 6 on 1st and 15, and the crowd is amping up the noise. Down to 3 now, down to 2 now. Masoli's going to get it off. Going deep. He's got Underwood. He's got it. Goodbye. Touchdown, Hamilton. What a play. Touchdown strike as Underwood was behind everybody.
Well, Taekwon Underwood became the forgotten man in coverage here. The wide receiver, he's out to the field. Masoli gets great protection from his offensive line, and that double stick. Gone, 61 yards, perfectly placed football, beautifully run route. Congrats from Masoli, from his coach.
Yards to Pater. What a start for Jeremiah Masoli. Tilt right now.
And you'll see Masoli gets decent time to stand in here. Time for this route to develop as he had double moves going on that wide side of the field, both Tasker and Underwood. The in and up, if you will, and just a great stick on the corner, Javon Johnson by Underwood.
Masoli straps up, ready to go again. 1st and 10 from the Hamilton 18. Stands in once more to Fantuz. Oh, what a move by Andy Fantuz there.
I guess the first thing to ask is, how is your right leg feeling?
A little sore, but I'm all right. Thanks for asking.
In terms of the creativity with your playbook, the offense, how important was that in the first half, and how important the adjustment's going to be even more in the second half?
I think just us setting the tempo is enough to give us a little edge to be able to execute the plays that we want to.
Thanks, Jeremiah.
Appreciate it.
Very polite young man. Thanks for asking. I don't think I've ever heard that from a football player. Today, it's a 5-point ball game. This guy's been outstanding, though. Jeremiah Masoli, just his 3rd CFL start in the biggest game of his pro career. Back at it in a moment.
How about the percentage for Jeremiah Masoli? 15 of 18, 83%, over 200 yards through the air.
Masoli has had to switch his helmet out with Ja'Cory Harris. His speakers in there weren't working, and they're not working right now. He signaled to the sideline. Throws it into a window on the far side, and that's an outstanding catch from Bakari Grant, covered by Brandon Thompson. So Masoli's got a problem with the speakers in his helmet. He's not getting any communication. He was signaling to the sideline.
And the connection made here with Bakari Grant. You get an indication of the value of a big receiver. His long arms, big catching radius, allowing Grant to outreach the defender.
Third down, the plunge. Let's go down to Matthew Shinetti. And it's loud here. Masoli play action. Now dishes it off to C.J. Gable. High snap, option play. Masoli says, my ball. Close to the first down, and this might be a little bit short. Again, Masoli slow to get up, but his ability to motor, get out of that pocket and create some options.
Well, he's got a somewhat unique skill set compared to the other quarterbacks that the Tiger Cats have employed this season. See a little bit more of him in the game plan, particularly with Sinkfield out. He hasn't been able to break one in the return game thus far either.
Masoli again with the audible. Now trying to fight through that din. Masoli has trouble now. Play clock down to 2. Just getting it off again. Now in trouble. He throws. He's got Underwood again. Underneath, Taekwon Underwood has been a game breaker here today for the Hamilton Tiger Cats, and he has been the release valve for Jeremiah Masoli.
I'll tell you what, Jeremiah Masoli is demonstrating some playoff-sized cojones in this football game. Some of the plays that he's made under pressure, standing in, taking hits, the poise, keeping the eyes downfield to score some big first downs. The latest to Taekwon Underwood.
Into Ottawa territory, final minute, third quarter. Down 8, gets hit again. Tasker makes the catch. Jeremiah Masoli, another completion here. Second playoff start, third ever start in the CFL. Got the win last week, started against Toronto. And then helped lead his team with 7 straight completions in the 4th. There's the option.
Great read.
Well played. C.J. Gable running out of bounds right at the first down marker.
Perfect execution on the option there by Masoli. End crashes. He pitches. There's a man they're trying to isolate. Sean Lemon on the edge. He crashes to the quarterback. There goes the pitch. If he plays the pitch, Masoli would have turned it up inside himself. This close football game.
Hamilton driving the ball here. Masoli again delivers to Tasker. They connect once again. All right, thank you, Coach. Loads of time left. Masoli now. Play action again on that zone read and goes back against the grain. And once again has Underwood.
A nice job there. The combination of Masoli rolling as well as the running back Gable getting out to the flat off that run fake. That's going to pull defenders to the right. Opens up a window on the inside to Taekwon Underwood.
Short yardage play to try to get that first down on second down. They'll do that. And Taekwon Underwood over 100 yards today. All the talk coming in about Luke Tasker and Bakari Grant and Andy Fantuz, not to mention Brandon Banks, and cannot forget about Taekwon Underwood, the former star from Rutgers. He'll play with the Jaguars in the NFL. There's the Hawaiian in his first game.
Gone through in terms of the roster. Polaris has been on the practice roster since September, on for Sinkfield, Terrell Sinkfield. And Troy Davis on the roster in place of the injured defensive end, Eric Norwood.
Masoli has to hurry again. Problems with the communication again. And C.J. Gable leaping. So Jeremiah Masoli resorting to anything right now. Would love to have some earmuffs, I'm sure, but that's the best that he's going to do.
Yeah, cut that wind a little bit, particularly when he's relying on the communication system.
Seesawed a number of times. Masoli from the pocket delivers over the middle to Pilaris, and they are saying that is a catch. Aloha Pilaris.
Well, Pilaris working across the field. He's coming from the slot on the left side. Another close call, but he goes down and gets this one.
And the guy filling in for Terrell Sinkfield. 1st and 10, Cats. Ottawa territory, deep drop, Masoli ducks one, throws now, and turning and looking like he has a first down is Andy Fantuz. One of the big game players who makes big plays.
Well, Fantuz has a chip on the end to start and then just works across the formation. Jeremiah Masoli again doing a nice job using his feet to extend that play.
It was 2nd and inches. Penalty flag was thrown. May have drawn Ottawa offside here.
Offside. Ottawa. Number 74. 5-yard penalty becomes first down.
Jeremiah Masoli, underdog before this game, certainly. Not many people gave the Cats young quarterback much of a shot here. He's got a chance to tie this ball game.
Coming into this football game, this kid has been anything but.
Think again, he's been outstanding. 4 receivers to the left, hangs in, catch is made, and still on his feet is Tasker. Luke Tasker down near the score zone. What a clutch grab from the Ticats slot back.
A strike by Masoli, great effort after the catch by Luke Tasker. He's going to be the trailer here working across the field, and a tremendous second effort after the catch, fighting off the jam of Kane, working through the tackle, moving the sticks for a guy who tied for 3rd in the league in 2nd down catches this season.
Again, great protection, got a shot here. Did he make it? Yes, he did. What a catch! Oh my! Luke Tasker touchdown!
Remember when Tasker was offside? Similar play, similar matchup, same area of the field. You wondered when they might have a chance to go back to it.
What a grab by Luke Tasker. Lays out.
Antoine Pruneau is right in his hip pocket as he was the previous time. Tasker caught the ball on the sidelines, but it was called back. This time laying out, pulling it to the body, turning to ensure that the ball won't be jarred loose. Tremendous effort and concentration by Luke Tasker.
That's got to be top 10 material again for the season. Luke Tasker, sensational, and now a 32-yard point after that is critical for Justin Medlock, who's been the best in the CFL this season in point afters, and he is again, and we are all tied.
These two teams that came down to their final 2 games of the regular season tied up. The battle for first place in the East came down to week 20. This game should not be going any other way.
We could be headed for overtime. However, the Ottawa REDBLACKS still have plenty of time. Oh my goodness, that is a spectacular catch from cool hands Luke Tasker.
A tough matchup there for Antoine Pruneau, who's got the inside leverage. Safety Jermaine Robinson couldn't quite get there over the top to help out. Masoli puts it in a perfect place where I'm not sure anybody other than Luke Tasker could catch it.
Somewhere on one of the broadcasts in the States, on the sideline, Steve Tasker has got a mobile device, and he just might have jumped through the roof. Jeremiah Masoli continues to spin magic here.